Okay, and we are live. Hey, how's it going, guys? Nice to see you once again. Mark and I are really going to focus on LinkedIn Lives again. We did 10 in a row, 10 weeks in a row from November to February, I think. But then we had some um, real like client fulfillment going on, and so it's like really got bogged down, and really um we really had to focus on the LinkedIn Sales Academy, which helps you to really progress in your content, really helps you progress in your DM strategy and your sales call strategy to really convert more. So we had a lot of things on our plate. So, but once again, we're back here
Exactly.
giving
But we're
value,
back.
right? Awesome, awesome. So let's get underway here. I don't think we need to introduce yourself, but just quickly, my name is Jordan. I have 25 years in software sales. Um, um, And 4 years ago, I joined LinkedIn. Really struggled at first, but then working with coaches, I really got my business to a point of getting 16 to 20 leads per month, committing 65 to 70% of those prospects. So yeah, very good. So just a brief little introduction about you, Mark, and let's get on the road here.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Thank you, Jordan. So obviously, I'm Mark. So I have 15 years experience in networking and building relationships with clients and customers alike. So I started off my career in hospitality, as a lot of you know, where I built a business from 250K a year to 1.8 million in 1 year, using the power of storytelling and building relationships with clients and customers alike to ensure that they come back and become Raven fans. So that's now what I do on LinkedIn for other business owners, ensure that they build raving fans for their business, leading to referrals and other opportunities. Right, let's kick it off, Jordan. Let's
All right,
start.
let's go. So first of all, I want to break down our kind of process, and then we'll just get right on to the profile review here. If anyone wants to come on stage in perhaps 5 to 10 minutes, um, please DM us. We'll get you the link to be a part of this room right here, like you're seeing right now, and so you just click the link, um, you confirm that everything works, you put in your name, and then you should pop up here on the live with us, and then we'll go through your profile, if that makes sense. Okay, so um, I suppose it starts I suppose it starts with the profile optimization, Mark, right?
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
Step one in getting leads, a lot of people do not know this. A lot of people just go out on LinkedIn and hope for the best, and create content. But this is not step one. This is not step one, guys. Step one is optimizing your profile. So can you lead us through like a profile optimization process, Mark?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as you can probably aware, like Jordan, if you wanted to share a LinkedIn profile for me, that would
Sure,
be really helpful.
sure.
But let me just explain a little bit about LinkedIn. Obviously, someone lands on your profile, they then look at your banner, which is the top of your LinkedIn, which is a digital real estate space for you to advertise your services or talk about who you are or how what you achieve for your customers, your clients. Jordan's going to show an example. You then have a bio space underneath your profile, which has an opportunity for you then to talk to your audience a second time. and then push them down. It's very similar to like a landing page. Okay, so Jordan's going to share one here. So what you want to
So
do?
yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
So can you guys see the screen then?
Yeah,
Mark,
we
can you
can.
see it?
Yeah,
Okay, awesome. Okay.
absolutely.
So let's just go to yours because it's a
Yeah,
good
no worries.
example. Okay. All right. So I'll just make it a little bigger here.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, so I deal with a lot of organic strategies. So I've got a very curious question for people there. So I say if you could consistently get ideal clients with organic strategies from LinkedIn, how would that affect your bottom line? So the bottom line obviously being the profits at the bottom after all your costs and expenses have come out. So from my hospitality background and restaurant background, that's something we talked a lot about. But what this question does, it really gets the person who the viewer who lands on your profile intrigued, really, like curious about what you do. It doesn't necessarily state what I do with my organic strategies in there. So I leave it a little bit open to discussion for someone to have a chat with me. And you can see I've got a little call to action there, DM profits to learn how to do it. And if you see that little bell with the arrow just there next to my jacket there, so it points towards this bell, which actually allows people to turn it on and get immediately notified when you post,
Awesome.
which brings people into your ecosystem quicker. And then the quicker they comment and the quicker they engage in your posts, then they will start to spark the algorithm and push your posts out to a further audience. So then I've got my display picture, which is on brand with the banner. So you can see I've got the orange as the color, and then I've got the tiger in the background embedded there, which is the same as behind me on the banner. So trying to keep everything very consistent through the profile for branding purposes as well. And then obviously I got the like little tiger emoji next to my name to go in with my brand, which is the social tiger. If anyone was interested. So you then have down here, I get you more revenue so you can scale to seven figures. So I tend to help businesses with 5 to 6 figures already. Not saying that I wouldn't help any startups or anything like that. So there's opportunity for everyone. However, what do I help them do? I help them with organic strategies so they can bring in 30 leads into their business within 60 days. So a done for you LinkedIn service, or like we are now live with Jordan. Me and Jordan do LinkedIn coaching together as well, uh, and then go through all of this for you. Thanks, Jordan.
Awesome.
Anything
Okay.
else?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. What I liked about your profile there, Mark, is like really, really streamlining of who you help, right? You're really specific about who you help, and because this is the majority of your clients, right? You
Absolutely.
spent the time getting feedback from them, right? And so, yeah, it's just a matter of that, right? And what I like about your the way you word it too, right? You focus on the benefits. So many people out there are just focusing on the tools that they
Yeah.
have for people, right? But in reality, um, here's the thing, right? You got to focus on the benefits. The benefits of your service is get more revenue, right? With organic strategies, so you can bring in 30 leads in less than 60 days.
Yep.
That is your um, benefit, right? That is your benefit. So 100%, Mark. It's a good profile for sure. So um, okay. Uh, in also, like, we wanted to um, like in reality focus on the profile, but not only that, right? It takes a lot more than a profile. It takes content. So in regards to content, guys, what we have to do is we really have to make sure that our content is in line with what our profile says that we do. Along with that, there are different tips and tricks with hooks, and there's a lot of things that we need to do in order to format our content. Now, if you guys are interested, I have a format guide and how to attract those leads, inbound leads, focus on storytelling. So if you would like that, I can leave you a link for you to download. It's a free resource also. Also, the DM strategy, right? The DM strategy is so important also. So just quickly, how can you build a rapport in the DMs? Right now, what we're trying to do is focus on all the way to conversion, right? So
Hmm.
just briefly, what tips you have in regards to DMs?
Yeah, no, first of all, like it depends on inbound, outbound, etc. So an inbound lead is someone who's connecting with you, or an inbound connection is someone who's connecting directly with you, asking you to connect with them. So for that kind of connection, I would message and just say, "Hey, like, how you doing? Great to meet you. Thank you for connecting. Appreciating them." And then just asking them, curious to know, like, why did you connect with me today? What brought you to me today? How did you find my profile today? Some kind of like curious question which will get them to spark a conversation. If you're going cold outbound, which some people do, I actually strategize with outbound reach. So for me, when I do outbound reach, I always take at least 5 to 7 minutes to look through their profile, to look where they're located, how long they've been working in their industry, how many job changes they have, what their content style is, their call to actions to see what they're motivated by. So whether they're looking for sales, leads, opportunities, a new job, and see what their ambition is. And then I send a DM saying, "Hey, I landed on your profile. I found you through the comments of," depending on how I found them. And then I would go into some information about their profile. So, "Oh, I can see you've been living in Florida for 12 years, but you moved to Texas in the last 6 months. How was the move and what motivated your move?" And give them an opportunity to then tell me that they started a new job. They started in the tech business in Texas. So they moved from America to here. And then I just go, "Oh, okay." And I start the conversation and I'll be human at the end of the day. And then
Yeah,
same from the profile, everything in the profile needs to be humanized. So we talk about AI a lot. A lot of people talk about AI and technology. It's absolutely an amazing tool,
yeah,
which we
one
utilize
hundred
quite
percent.
regularly, Jordan, right? So it's an
Yeah,
incredible
exactly,
tool,
exactly.
but it still has to be humanized, and you have to
Yeah,
understand the ways behind it to humanize
yeah,
that as well.
yeah,
But yeah, that's a
one
little bit
hundred
about
percent.
DMs.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. I mean, that those are DMs in a nutshell. And if you're not doing this, you better get doing this for sure. A lot of the emphasis is not. I can't stand this about LinkedIn. A lot of emphasis is not put on sales calls.
Yep.
They're a crucial process, and many people say, "Oh, get high quality leads, get this, get that, get this," but they don't have a process about how to do a sales call. And this is
Mhm.
what bugs me. It's like conversion. Okay, realistically speaking, to the almost 20 people watching here, by the way, Mark. um, so, I mean, just briefly, for the almost 20 people watching, fire up the chat down below. Let us know your questions. Let us know if you want us to review your profile. And any question below, we'll be happy to answer. Now, the true experts of LinkedIn, I'm saying the true experts on LinkedIn, know how to maneuver a sales call, know how to get clients in that. Doesn't matter how high quality lead you get, you still need a strategy on the sales call. We've all had
Absolutely.
those. We've all had those moments where a lead goes, "Hey, I'm gonna buy your services." 5 minutes into this call, they're a client. We've all had that, but realistically speaking, how often does that happen to you? Realistically, it's happened to me 3 times this month. That's about it. and these are high quality leads that we're getting, Mark.
Yeah, sure.
But it's like so. It's like this notion. It's like this overpowering notion out there, which is bunch of duty, which is a bunch of, I mean, baloney. It's baloney out there that the, that people think that inbound leads, no matter how high quality you get, they're going to be buying your product left, right, and center.
Hmm.
And if it's high ticket, and it doesn't matter, the sales call process doesn't matter. It's one of the most important things.
100%. Because at the
So
end of the day, why are we doing it all, right, Jordan? So the reason we're
exactly,
doing it is to do business. So when we're taking them through this whole process of nurturing and getting to know them, and then getting them on that call, which is obviously a coffee chat or a discovery meeting or a discovery call, the objective is to discover more about them, to get to know their personality, to become relatable with them, so that they feel comfortable, their guard has come down. So anyone remember the old saying, like when you walk in the shop and you say, the shopkeeper comes to you and says, "Hey, can I help you?" Like drop a one in the chat if you'd say, "You know what, I'm just looking, I'm fine, thank you." Like if you'd say that to the shopkeeper who says, "Hey, can I help you?" Like just
yeah,
let me know.
100%.
Because I can guarantee you every single one of us would probably say that. But if someone came to you in the shop and said, "Hey, how are you? How's your day?" Is that
Yeah,
more of an interesting way to angle a conversation
yeah,
and then build that rapport? So when they answer, "Oh yeah, my day's great. Like had a great time. Like I've been doing this, but I'm looking for something for my wife. It's her birthday tomorrow."
yeah.
Okay, great. Well, what does your wife like to do? What kind of things does she like? Oh,
Hmm.
she really likes her champagne, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
Okay, well, let me show you what I've got. In the back there, I've got the champagnes on the top shelf for you. Let me show you what I've got. This one's very popular.
Yeah,
This one is medium price. This one is high price. This is low price. In my personal opinion, I've had this one before. It's like my favorite. I've had it a couple of times. Obviously, you can't drink it all the time because it's super
yeah,
expensive, but it's
exactly.
good.
Yeah,
Which one would
yeah,
you buy, right? Like it's the
yeah,
same. It's the same.
100%.
But you've led to that. That's a sales call, but it's
Yeah,
in a shop. It's a sales
yeah,
conversation. It's the way you
exactly,
have those conversations, and you need to have
exactly,
that method, right, Jordan?
exactly, 100%. For the 25 people watching right now, please fire up the chat. Please let us know if you want to come on live. If not, that's okay. We can roast your no, just kidding. We can roast your profile. No, no, just kidding. We
Like
can
that would say, yeah.
uh, we can give you tips from the comments. So just say, hey, comment profile review, profile review, 2 words right now in the chat, and we'll give you some tips and tricks on your profile. Okay. So yeah, 100%. So with the sales call, we already established that many people think that it's not really important, or maybe they'll just wing it, and maybe they'll just get to know each other, and maybe they'll just and then a high quality leads comes in, and then they don't close. Why? Because one thing, two things are happening. Two things are happening. They're in the friend zone too much. They don't have any structure, or they're too pushy. Three things.
Yep.
They're in the friend zone too much. They're being too chatty. They're letting the prospect chat a lot, going into tangents without politely interrupting them, which takes courage. But
Sorry,
I've done it.
Jordan.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's just an example of
Yeah,
politely
go ahead.
interrupting. So
Sure.
no, I'm joking. David
Good.
is the live example of how to do it. So David has actually placed profile review there.
Okay,
So
cool.
David Holmes. So let's jump in
Awesome.
for David if you
Awesome.
wanted to, and then we can go back
Sure.
to that conversation shortly.
Sure. Okay, and Grace said, um, how can it happen to you 3 times? Okay, okay, I'll answer that question too, Grace. Yeah. Um, okay, so let's go to David's profile. I think I have it here. I'm not sure. I'll just check. Okay, just let me share the screen here. Okay, and then okay, window. Okay,
So to
let's.
everyone joining us, like just drop down where you're joining from. So are you joining from UK? Are you in Canada? Are you in America, Australia? Like where are you tuning in from today? I'd love to know.
Um, yes, Jim, we are recording it. It's on our YouTube channel with 12 lives. We've done 12 lives so far. Amazing, eh? So let's look you up here, David. I'm not sure where you are though. Let's see, David. Uh, David
Holmes,
Home
Holmes.
OLM. Okay, right there. That's not him, right? Is that you, David? No. Um, David Holmes. Okay, let's go. I'll just look for David Holmes and then see our results.
Yeah, if you type Canada afterwards, because obviously David's located in Canada, so it will search by keyword as well.
Um, People. Okay. People. And then locations Canada, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Canada. Yeah. You seem to be a diamond in the rough there, David. Oh, is this you, David? Yeah, I think so, right? Ebotichok? Uh, give us give us a thumbs up, David, if this is you. I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Okay, David. Well, you're starting off new. That's good. That's good, David. And if you want to, I put in message request to you. So if you want to accept me, what you do is you go to my network, David, and then you click. My name's going to be there saying that I want to connect with you, and then will be first connections. Okay, that's what you have to do. Okay, David. You are starting from zero. Okay. Um, so I think I know. I think I know what you want to do is that networking thing. If um, if you haven't known about David, what David does, he's a supreme networker like Mark. He's created a community over 1,500 people in less than 6 months. Um, Absolutely amazing what he does, and he's trying to promote this kind of strategy. And correct me if I'm wrong, David. You want to help businesses with this, right? Um, and you want to help maybe other people create this same kind of networking because you have a networking power, right? Um, so along this, the banner could be like you and maybe a picture of you networking, right? Of you in front of many people. Um, and so, and you smiling to the camera right here, right? So it'll be like a selfie. Um, and then over here, the letters would be if if I could help you utilize your networking power to create awesome communities, how would this impact your business and life, right? So something like that. Any tips, Mark?
Yeah, no, I think that was great. So, like, obviously, if you're looking to build a community, so you're building a community for something, right? So it might be a community where you're going to become make a paid membership, for example. So if that's what the plan is, so imagine you could be, so a statement could be, imagine if you could build a community to 100,000 people within 1 year, how much revenue would you make within your community?
Yeah.
That could be like a very bold
Yeah.
statement of accomplishments, a time frame, a revenue result that will really get people interested into finding out more about what you do, David. So I see you've mentioned e-learning digital there. Like, so if you're using e-learning for digital to help people grow their businesses, so you could say, imagine if you could use e-learning to its full potential to grow your business, how would this affect your revenue in 90 days? Question mark.
Yeah. Awesome.
And then that's like a statement about your service time frame and what you're going to achieve within that time frame. And my
Absolutely
second
awesome.
suggestion
Yeah.
would be obviously the profile picture. Let's get a picture of you in there, David, smiling at the camera, eyes
Yes.
front, so that you can see in the eyes, so you can build that trust factor with individuals when they're looking at your profile. They can see your face. No sunglasses. I've seen that a few times. People wearing sunglasses on their LinkedIn profiles, blocking their eyes or looking sideways this way so you can't actually see. Like, best practices is to have an image which you're facing straight forward so that
Yeah.
you're directly talking to someone, if that makes sense. And then another statement where it says general, change it to a statement like we said. So have a look on Jordan's profile, see what he's got there, have a look on mine, have a look on uh Voices in the room. Hey Royce, have a look on Voices. He's got a great bio. So he's got
Yeah.
an awesome bio there as well. So you can definitely have a look at that, David, and then that will actually really help you to build that. So I hope that
Yeah.
helps.
Yeah. 100%. Hey, Royce. How's it going, my friend? Good to see you here. So yeah, I mean, it's really really awesome, right? So, um, very good. So just like little by little, David. I mean, you're starting from zero. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. You don't want to create like um, a stunning LinkedIn profile in less than 24 hours. I would
Mm-hmm.
just say start with the banner. Start with your messaging. Figure out your messaging first, and then
Absolutely.
once you do that, then you can start in other directions, right?
Yeah,
um
100%.
just like I mean, no word of lie, don't overwhelm yourself, okay?
And in regards
So
to that, like
yeah.
Jordan, in regards to that, if you needed help with obviously graphic design, we have Naomi and we have Ubaid
Yeah.
on our side as well.
Oh
So
yeah.
two
Yeah,
amazing
100%.
designers who can help
Yeah.
you with design there
Yeah.
for the banner and the
Yeah.
images and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So just reach out if you want help with design, then just comment one and we'll connect you with the individuals who can help you with your design processes of your LinkedIn
Mhm.
optimization as well. So just give
Yeah.
us a shout, just let us know.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Exactly.
Jordan.
So for anybody watching this, the almost 30 people mark that are watching this right now, um uh, actually more than actually we send out invitations. Just this was like a pop-up live. We got 25 registrants, and now it's like five more than that. So that's good.
That's
um
awesome.
so again, we can help you. I mean, these people are part of our team, right? So maybe contact us, and then
Yeah.
we can contact them, right? So um uh, again, if you need design, if you need content design, if you need all of these stuff, just reach out and we can help you along with that also. Okay, so do you want to do another one, Mark?
Yeah, absolutely. So if anyone else would want to have us look at their profile, just message one and we can certainly have a look or just write profile.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I think we had, let
Oh,
me just have a look. We had
we
Phil
had.
Routley in the room as well. Maybe we could have a look at Phil's in the
Yeah.
meantime
Yeah.
whilst we
um
wait to see if
uh,
anyone else is
uh,
interested.
I'll just go back to Gracie's question here,
Yeah, of course.
because it's an important one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened that it happened to you three times this month that people just bought 5 minutes into the call? Okay, so there's certain amount of rapport that I did, Gracie.
Hmm.
Um, Depending on your, I don't know what your schedule's like. It seems like you're active on LinkedIn. If this has not happened to you at least once a month, Gracie, then that means that you need to do more centralized, more things that are going to yield rich rewards. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, give value, right? Obviously, you give value, Gracie. Um, but I mean, like, give value in the way of, like, make sure your content is not off into tangents, right? Make sure that you focus on what your skill set is. Make sure that you give tips uh, that they can apply tomorrow, right? Practical tips. Don't talk in generalities. Um, give everything away. Uh, Talk about your struggles uh, on LinkedIn right now. Talk about how your mindset is on LinkedIn right now. Because a lot of my leads, believe it or not, Gracie, come from my posts saying that I struggle.
Absolutely.
Eh,
So
eh,
relatability is huge.
yeah, relate. So I mean, um, it's just one of those things where you can have it happen 3 times a month, but it's not going to like Gracie. I've had like maybe 16 sales calls this month, um, and and out of 16, three of them, right? So I mean, it's not very good because that doesn't happen all the time, right? Obviously, but if you just focus on like relatability and storytelling more, and focus on emotion in your content, right? Focus on those really communicating emotion through your content, then people would want to work with you more. Like in this regard, right? Like have those
Yeah.
sales calls where people buy right away, right? So, um, anything to add, Mark? There.
Yeah, 100%. So where Jordan says he closed in 5 minutes, you have to remember that Rome wasn't built in a day.
Mm, good.
What do I mean by that? So Jordan already mentioned to you, everyone, that he spent time building rapport. So some of these people he could have been talking to for 3 weeks. Some of them he could have been talking to for 2 months on off. And then finally they were ready for that opportunity to go on the call. So they were super, super warm. Sometimes it takes time to nurture someone someone who doesn't know you to someone who starts to trust you, starts to see some of your content. You become an expert to them in their eyes because they see what you're doing and what you're sharing. That when you do go on that call, you already have them 99% closed. So these are the ones that you spend time with, like Jordan said about Gracie spending more time working on those kind of things. I absolutely recommend some more conversations in relation to like coffee chats and looking
Oh
at the
yeah.
process and looking at collaboration opportunities, referral opportunities, all of these, because I have had clients of mine mentioned me to another client, set up a three-way chat, and then literally 4 DMs later, without a sales call, I'm working with them because the trust is there with a bigger client than me.
Wow.
So we need to
Amazing.
remember those things as well. So when it comes to lead gen and nurturing and relationship building, and the reason we're optimizing our profile is so that we can meet new people and we can build relationships with them. So that's how it's all interlinked.
So things, three things that everyone might not be doing on LinkedIn to have these super duper awesome calls where they buy right away. Okay, be relatable in their content. If you think you are, be more relatable. Share more struggles. Um, Number two, in the DMs, knowing how to phrase and word a DM, especially when they're contacting you for inbound leads, right? Many people, we just like vomit. Bleh. This is my services. These are my prices. Bleh. And it's like three paragraphs long,
I've
right?
done
It's
it
like
before.
no,
I've done it myself.
no. People ghost you right away. I've had people actually block me. I have clients right now that have done that, and after their like three paragraph long thing, they get blocked. Why? Because you're verbally vomiting everything, and it's too much for them to process.
Okay, Jordan, sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt.
go ahead. Yeah.
So Phil Routley is
Oh,
interested in a
okay.
profile
Okay,
review.
let's
So
go.
if we can
Let's go.
jump on that one,
Sure.
let's
I
do
got
this
it.
one for Phil.
Okay. Okay, let's go here. Phil, uh, good colors. I like your colors. There's a call to action here. Okay, soulimpact.ca. It says empowering Christian leaders and their organizations to grow great organizations so that they can hear the message say, well done, good, faithful servant every day. Okay, is that is not bad. That is good. One thing you have to keep in mind, Phil, is that many people are on cell phones, right? So what happens when they view your banner on a phone? This gets cut off because your photo moves over here, so they can't see. Uh, I mean, they can't see this over here because this photo moves over here, and all the text over here gets cut off. So, and a good tip to remember, everybody, the almost 30 people watching here are the majority of people are cell phone users. I think it's like 58% are cell phone users. So we really have to streamline our banner for cell phone users, right? Um, Now, what I see that is a little bit flawed here, Phil, is sure, grow great organizations, right? But how?
Hmm. Yeah.
How are they going to grow a great organization, right? And what results can they get? Um, does it mean more? Does it mean having a better relationship with God? Because does it mean having growth in their business, like in like practical terms, like what results can they expect? Like, of course, they're going to grow their business, right? But in what way? Like,
Hmm. Yeah.
is that going to bring them more revenue? Perhaps is that
Yep.
going to bring them more freedom? Is that going to bring them more health? Is that going to help them in their personal or business relationships? Probably everything, right? So really narrowing down our messaging in the banner in this way can really help you stand out. So, um, any words, Mark, about his profile?
Yeah, no, I think you got it spot on there, Jordan. So what I would add is obviously add in the time frame. So from our discussions, Phil. So I've had a few discussions with Phil about what he does and those kind of things previously. So obviously, I believe you're a leadership coach and you help business owners obviously transition their businesses within an X time frame. So you can put something about that into your headline there. So empowering Christian leaders and their teams to grow great organizations with my with my leadership coaching method within 90 days to increase. And then how would that help you increase your revenue? How would that help you spend more time with your family? How would that improve your lifestyle? So, like, whichever objective you're looking for at the end, you could add that in there, but definitely a time goal in there. So, how long it would take someone to see results, and also a little bit of information about what they're looking for or what you're going to provide. Because obviously, as they go through your profile, they're going to see a little bit more So, like when we get down to founders and head coach of Soul Impact, that's beautiful. So it's amazing that obviously you founded your business there and you're head coach of Soul Impact. However, how does that benefit me when I'm reading that? So for you being the founder, Phil, it doesn't benefit me. But if you wrote there, I help you, or I help CEOs, I help business owners with leadership, ensuring that their team morale is increased, producing 30% more work ethic, and increasing your revenue by 10%. Now we're talking. Now that's certainly something which I'm interested in learning, if that
So
makes
so
sense.
so Phil, we're talking about the headline here now. Uh, we already went over the banner. We're talking about the headline here, right?
Hmm.
So he says that seems like a lot of info for the banner.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's the headline. My mistake.
No,
Apologies.
no, 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 no. So again, just to keep it clear, Phil, the banner is this obviously. Uh, uh, so again, you can say, um, if I could, right? A question, right?
Empower Christian leaders
Empower Christian leaders to
with
grow great.
leadership with
Yep.
leadership methods and strategies to grow their work ethic by 5x within 90 days. How would that impact your life? How would that impact your revenue? How would
Yeah.
that impact your business? Something
Awesome.
along those lines.
So 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 again, I mean, maybe to shorten it up a little bit, you can say, if I could help you grow your business rapidly, right? In less than 30 days, how would this impact you, right? Again, Phil, um, you're s- you're spreading a wide net for business owners, right? You primarily work with Christian leaders, yes, but my philosophy, Phil, has always been spread a wide net, spread your message to all business owners, so that they're all curious in your LinkedIn. So they're curious about your banner, and then they say, and then over here you can say empowering Christian leaders, right? So what you're doing is you're sending out a broad message to everybody, which is good, but then you're attracting the fish that you want, right? Imagine a fishing net, but this fishing net only selectively chooses tuna. That'll be amazing, right? So, so imagine that way. Does that make sense, Mark?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Completely agree. And obviously, Phil, if you need some help with wording, just reach out to me and Jordan in a three-way conversation
Yeah.
on LinkedIn, and we can absolutely help you tailor that. So no problem at all.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so I think we better wrap up here. So we have a couple of. This is only going to take a couple minutes too. Um, we have a couple of exciting things happening in the horizon here. Um, Specifically, if you're a software CEO or software founder, um, we work with any type of businesses, right? But because of my background in software engineering and software sales, we are having sort of like a different service for them, right? Um, but we are continuing to working with businesses, solopreneurs, coaches also. Uh, but we're going to branch out a little bit and offer an additional service for software CEOs and software founders and helping their businesses. This has to do with incorporating AI into their process. Right now in the LinkedIn Sales Academy, which 15 people are a part of, they are learning how to custom tailor their chat GPT prompts or chats on how to become more human. and more natural. You know how ChatGPT, if you just copy and paste ChatGPT, even with a little bit of editing, you need patience. And
Yep.
many people lack patience, and many people don't want to train ChatGPT for like 9 times in a row. But I've done it. I love technology. That's why I have patience for it. I'm a software engineer for 30 years. I've been in software sales for 25 years. So if anybody has patience for technology, it's me, because I realize the output of training ChatGPT to the max so that it'll output a message that you want and stuff like that, along with Midjourney. Midjourney is image creation software, I think, you know, that goes along with beautifully with any type of content that you have. So we're going to be training people, specifically software founders and their employees in this regard. And also, uh, along the horizons, um, w- we have an AI content generation bot at our disposal. Also, we have an AI automated um, DM process that uses ChatGPT for that you don't even notice that it's not chatting with a human. So all of these are going to be mind blowing things that we're going to be talking about in the next couple weeks. So if you want a sneak peek of this, um, comment down below or DM us AI process, and we'll happily get on a coffee chat, and we'll just like a coffee date, and no sales pressure call, just to like go through this kind of process with you, if that makes sense. Anything else to add, Mark?
Yeah, no, I think you covered a lot about the AI package which we're putting together for obviously CEOs and founders in the tech industry. But like you said, we are still working with solopreneurs and business owners. So we will actually have our Academy 2.0 coming very soon because
Oh
our
yeah,
first academy is about to finish.
yeah.
So we've got another 3 weeks left, and then we've opened the waiting list for 2.0. So if anyone is interested in learning all about LinkedIn, about content, AI, content generation, hooks, how to write the best the content, DM strategy, sales calls, optimizing, more information like this call. Then we're gonna have a 6 week program which you can sign up to now. If it's interesting, you want to chat about it and discover a bit more, just comment down there academy and we can send you some information about that. And it's going to start in mid April, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. So,
So
so,
yeah.
so just a little more detail, like what we do, what we're doing in the content 1.0. We're having mind blowing session. Actually, Phil Routley, and David are part of the 1.0 right now. Just absolutely mind blowing. We are personally training people in Chat GPT 4 on how to for it to come up with a more human post. We are training people in Midjourney 6.0 how to make awesome images, like mind blowing images with the right kind of prompting for their content. So, and later on, we're going to train people. We're going to add as we go, like train people in AI DMs, AI content generation, and stuff like that. So it's going to be mind blowing, absolutely mind blowing, guys. And of course, like the DM strategy, how to book more calls. And last but not least, a 7 step framework that is a result of 30K USD training that I have composed, because I've worked with Jeremy Miner, I've worked with uh, Brian Tracy, Sales Greats, and also Jay Lee.
Yep.
So,
Jay Lee.
so all of this is in a 7 step framework that I use on sales calls to commit 80% of my prospects, up to 80% of my prospects. So mind blowing things. So, without further ado, thank you. So, thanks for the 30 people that are here right now. It was absolutely amazing. We're here to support you. We give value first. So if you have any questions about LinkedIn, we are open to coffee chats. We're open to LinkedIn advice, free advice. So please hit our DMs up, and we are going to be happy to support you. Any last words, Mark?
No, I think we've covered everything actually. Like, thank you to everyone who's in the room, who's started from the beginning all the way through. And if you just joined, then you can catch the replay on YouTube. Just message me YouTube if you want that replay. If you missed some of the information, I can send you the link. And other than that, I just wanted to appreciate you, gratitude. Thank you for coming, and I look forward to seeing you all next week, around about the same time.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye,
And
guys.
have a great evening in the UK and great
Yep.
afternoon, guys. Bye bye.
Bye, guys. See you.